this video I'm going to be replacing the wheels on this Kato SD40-2 locomotive with some Northwest Shortline Proto 87 40-inch wheels. Take the Kato out of the box. Fall off. And first I'm going to remove the locomotive shell. In order to do that, the instructions say use a screwdriver, take out the couplers. Oh, there's no need on those pliers. I'll pull that out. There's one coupler. Take the box out. And flip around and get one on the front. Pull the box out. Thin boxes, okay. And then just move that little guard there. And then supposedly you should be able to wiggle this up and off, maybe by holding the fuel tank. There it goes. No damage done. And I'll put this to the side and get to work on actually getting these trucks off. Now the Kato instruction says remove the worm gear cover, which I'm taking as this. They didn't have a photo of the worm gear cover, but it looks like this is it. So I'm inserting the screwdriver from the bottom between the first and second wheel set here, and then I'm rotating it to the top so I can actually see where the screwdriver is going, and it fits underneath the worm gear cover. There's a little lip, hold it down, and I'll get the worm gear like this. Hopefully it's visible. Got my screwdriver, there it goes. No damage, just clipped off. And then pull up the worm gear to release it, says. Okay, there goes the worm gear. Now, here's the first set of trucks. And this might actually be easier if I took the leads out, so I can take the trucks all the way out. The leads are routed around here from, you know, the whole worm gear falls out. So there are the front trucks. I should just put this over here. Front. Just writing a label there, so I can put a label here. Rear. Okay, between the first and second wheels, stick it up, flip it over so I can see where the screwdriver is going. And try to get underneath this worm gear cover here. Okay, that one's clipped off. And first and second wheels, Slip it in there. Flip it over so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to run it right in here. There we go. Let's unclip the decoder here again. Take everything out. Pull the worm gear up. Actually, just pull it up like that. Take the wheels out, or the whole trucks. Cut on the wire. You can go over there. You can go there, and that's the rear. Okay, I don't think I need the frame for a while. Now it's going to be time to play with the trucks. Okay, start off with remove the gear case cover. Okay, I see there's little clips here. Hopefully they're visible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little clips. And I think they're easiest to get at from here. At least these ones are. Get out from the top, and I think the instructions say once I take these off, it pretty much just falls apart, but we'll see. Okay, there's one side unclipped off. Oops, I pushed it back on. Okay, I think I got one last one maybe. Oops, don't push down. It's hard not to accidentally push this thing back on when you're removing the other clips. It's still starting to fall apart. There we go. So I removed the gear housing, or the cover. I have just the trucks, and whoo, they're really coming apart, aren't they? Side frame. There's the wheels, and you can see the gears in there. Side frame. Took the wheels come right out. Let's hope these gears don't all come out. I am gonna maybe do these wheels. Should just kind of rotate out. Huh, easy. Very easy. It came right out. Let's put my old wheels up there. Now we'll see if these are the right wheels. If they fit alright. Okay. I probably should show how I decided which wheels to get quickly while I'm here. Basically, need to know the wheel diameter. I took the old Kato wheels. I didn't disassemble them. I just measured them on the while they were still assembled. I measure them out, 0.459 inches, multiply that by 87, and got basically 40-inch wheels. So I figured it out, and that's what I ordered. Now, press these wheels in. I want to make sure that the gear is centered, and I have a gauge, Proto 87 gauge I ordered from the Proto 87 stores. Basically, when I get it in there, I'll have to measure the back-to-back on these things, and that's pretty much there, but I don't think it's quite centered. Let's see. I'll take my gloves off for this portion here. Okay. That's a little too tight still. I'm just kind of slowly pulling them out. A little half turn at a time. That one fits good. What I got problem here is it slid off the don't look right. So I stuck the axles down too far. No. What I'm having a problem with is the wheels are sliding along the axle, and I don't need that. I need the axles to go in, and this actually looks like it pretty much fits. Once again, not exactly centered, but I think it might be workable. Ooh boy. No, those are definitely going to be too small. pull this out. Let's work right in the gauge. So there's one. Okay, I'll do a second one here. They pull out pretty dang easy. They just twist right out. I think I would be a little more careful about putting these ones in. Just twist them in instead of... And again, the problem I had with the last one is that kind of pushed the axles, or slid the wheels on the axles, and I didn't want to do that. That's tight. Put them in and then just start backing them out. Damn, that might be centered. Maybe a little less. Pull it out a little bit more. Double check what I'm looking at, 0.617. Yeah, I think the range is 0.606 to 0.613. That was 0.614. That feels tight. 0.609, that's within range. Never really checked that first one to double check. 0.613, that was just right. check this. $610. Oh, looks pretty good. .611. A little bit at a time. That's a little bit. That's within range. Okay. There's 2 axles and a 3rd axle. I'm sure it's going to go real quick. Slip them on. Just put them down far. Pull them out later. This is probably the best way. Just hold the bushing. Hold the gear. Push down. This one looked like it slipped a little bit. Push down. And I can tell that's too tight already. Oh, maybe not. Holy smokes. Might even be close. .599. Yeah. But it looks like it fits the cage. Maybe my... No, it doesn't. There we go. So even with glasses, this gauge is kind of hard to see. Pretty tight tolerances. That looked pretty good. Rolled good. .615. Turn it just a little tiny bit. That feels tight. I'm running out of memory on my camera here, so I'm gonna have to find a good place to stop, and this is it. That fits. I'm back with a fresh battery, or a fresh memory card. I got my first axle. The wheels are completed. I'm gonna put the first axle back together and kind of do this one thing at a time. So I'll put my wheels in and slide the side frames on. Okay, and that side frame's on. Slide the other side frame on. It's got these 2 little guiding poles that fit into these slots easily. And oops, kind of push this together. The points on the axles fit into holes on the side frames. The gears, everything rolls together. And then I put the gearbox cover back on, and it doesn't look like it fits that way, so it must be this way. Yes, should be a snap-on. First axle, Proto 87. Whoops, that's not in there. What's up? Nice. Not that hard. Not that hard at all. First time I ever done that, so. First time I even took this locomotive apart. Now, from memory, I remember I need to pop these tabs off for the gearbox cover. There's 3 of them on each side. 2, 3, 1. Oops, 1, stay down, 1, 2, 3, 'These middle ones are kind of sneaky because they're kind of blocked by the wires. So they come off pretty easy. Pull the side frames out. And here we have the wheels. Twist and drop. Twist and drop. Get a new set. Proto 87 wheels. Into the axle, the gear housing. And this is how I like to do the other ones. There we go. And maybe a close-up here of what goes on. These half-axle wheels just slide right inside a little tube. The gear housing has a tube through the middle. Slide them in, push them down, push them down. And once again, the reason why I'm pushing from this gear housing that way is because, well, I shouldn't do it that far though. Well, let's try to back them out here. See, those fit right off. .611. Good. Good enough. Pop them out. Pop them out. New ones in. Oh, that one's screwed all the way in. Just kind of pushed with screwing. That worked even better. That was not going to do that. Check for fit. Too tight. Pull this side out. And on the first set I was really worried about having them centered exactly, but assembling this back together, I don't think it really matters that much. They got to be somewhat centered, but there's a lot of play in those gear housings. And that's the way they're built. This is getting too broad. Put the wheels down a little bit. That fits. I'll double check it. Calipers. 0.621. Oh yeah. .618. I don't know. Calipers aren't always the best to measure with because you never know if you're measuring it straight. It feels like it's in these holes. Let's just double check this. Feels right to me. Put that there, and here's the other wheel. Take my bulky wheels out. Put in my Proto 87 wheels. Yeah. Those babies. Might actually, if I ever do this again, actually maybe even leave the wheels, the axles along. That is too wide. Still too wide. Too narrow. Fits, but tight. Good. I call it good. I'm going to put these back in the housing. I'm running out on another memory card. So they just go in like this. Drop right into where the gears are. There's 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. Let's see about that play. Side frames. This one is for this side. The tabs or whatever go into these little holes. This one is for this side. Once again, the tabs go in the holes. And push down. There we go. There's that play. Put the cover on. Right on. Okay, I'll probably have to pause here before I put the shell back on, put the locomotive back together. Okay, we're ready to finish up here by putting the locomotive back together. We have the trucks, the wheels already installed. Let's see, front side, and this is how I remembered what side was the front side. It had the little fuel tank reading on the front, and these were the front trucks on this side. So I'm going to pass these. Not that it matters which trucks are which, I don't know for sure, but just in case. Just pass the wires through. Set it on there for a second. I'm thinking the worm gear, and that will slide in there, and then the worm gear cover, which kind of holds it all in place. Yeah. And put those trucks on backwards. So I'll try it again. And the way I was able to tell is because they're extending out the front. So once again, I'll try by feeding the wires through. That looks a little better. Putting the worm gear in. The worm gear just slides into a little slot back there. Or the crankshaft, whatever you want to call it. And then the cover goes on. Somehow. Yeah, voila. And I'll feed these. They go through there, and then they go through this little tab on the little slot on the side of the light board here. I've actually ordered a Digitrack sound decoder. I had one that I thought was going to work, but the deal is this thing the soundboard I had was for the older style SD38s and SD40s that don't have the ditch lights. 3 LEDs up there. A real tiny screwdriver to lift that tab up, slide the wire back under. There we go. Well, if it isn't one thing, I guess it's another. I just had to recharge the battery, so I'm here again a couple hours later trying to finish this project. Finish putting the wires in. That's right, I need a small tab lifter. And these pretty much just slide under the tabs. I was talking about a decoder, which I ordered a new Digitrack sound decoder, but in the meantime, I have a Digitrack's plug and play that I'll stick in there. So for now, I'll pull that out. Now let's get the rear axle in. Feed the wires through. Fits good. Worm gear. Feed it into the flywheel there. Okay, worm gear cover. Snaps over. Holds those in good. Has little slots along the top here where the wires go. Those slide right in there. Oops, came right out too. There we go. And for this side, get my screwdriver under there. This one's kind of pressed down. There we go. Slide the wire in. Just to make sure they maintain contact, I'm going to press them down here. And slide this one in a little further. Okay, got the worm gear on. This decoder is a DN143IP Digitrack decoder. Comes with a little capped on tape. This is a new one that I got. I actually have another one that's floating around somewhere, but I've tried to find and couldn't find, so let's cut this tape. Okay. So let's take some scissors and cut the tape off the bottom. I'm going to maybe go with the same orientation I had before. Put this tape all the way over the stuff. I'm just keeping the tape so I can cover up any contacts there. Okay, I'll go with that. It's only temporary. And this is backwards. Remember, they had the sight glass for the fuel tank. Let me know which side's frontwards. This is slide forward. These need to go inside here. Catching up on this wire right there, and it's not catching on this wire, but it needs to go down in this little seat here just to help out. That fits. I'll save you the pain of watching me put the couplers back on, but that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it's been educational. It'll probably take me longer to edit this video and put it on the right format than it did to actually do this process. Probably about a half hour total to take this apart and replace the wheels. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Greg Gamer, the Industrial Lead, www.greggamer.com. Thank you.